welcome to this channel discussing acidity, reflux and bloating. And we'll start with a small introduction about the digestive system, because small introduction on the basics of the digestive system. So you know, or if you don't know, you're going to discover that there are more or less five organs. Well, there are also other organs that are involved, like the gallbladder, the liver, the pancreas, but that's too complicated. We'll just do basics. Basics that anybody can learn and therefore can do something about. So the food gets into the mouth, we feed ourselves. I choose what I put into my mouth. That's very important to know, that I'm the one who makes the decision of what goes into my mouth. What goes in is my choice. At least if I'm over the age of 9, I choose what I'm going to eat. Below that, my mother decides. Okay, so the mouth, I put in the food. Then after that, it goes through the esophagus. Well, I should have included here esophagus. Number 2, esophagus. So it goes down the throat and makes its way to the stomach. It makes its way to the stomach. And already from this point, the digestive system, the digestion has started. The first thing is that we mechanically, through chewing, crush the food. So that is a type of digestion, crushing the food with the teeth and in the mouth. And there are enzymes that are produced which already start to digest proteins and the starch, and other vitamins are absorbed in the mouth. So the digestive system already starts when we are chewing. Then the food goes to the esophagus, and here there is movement. The food is pushed down by the movement of the throat, of the esophagus. So it's pushed down. So there is a movement that happens to push the food down into the stomach. And in the stomach, acid is produced. And this is where the problem can begin. Acid. The food lands in the stomach, and acid is produced. Acid is good. It only becomes a problem when it is in excess. And that's when we have excess acid, that's when we start having acidity. The acid is too much. Reflux, it is coming upwards into the esophagus, or it causes gas, bloating. Bloating or flatulence. So that happens in here. Okay, so we need to be careful what lands in the stomach first, because what lands in the stomach first can actually cause an explosion of acid, or it can cause can just continue the process in a normal way. So think of what you eat, and then use a different color. What we eat matters, right? Okay, so then the food travels down after being exposed to acid. So now acid has also broken the food down further. It is now, let's say, more semi-solid, and now it is moving to the small intestines. And then more digestion takes place. It's exposed to more enzymes. And acidity can again be produced here, depending on what we are eating and what happens. Okay, then it goes again further down to the large intestine. At all these points, there are nutrients being absorbed if we have eaten the right thing. So if you have eaten the right thing, the food will manage to travel all the way down to the large intestines. If you have not eaten the right thing, the food can actually disappear in the mouth. It can also disappear in the stomach and not make its way down to the large intestines. So the message can reach these areas that food has been eaten, so they're already getting ready to digest. Acid has been produced, enzymes have been produced, but no food reaches here. Therefore, you are in trouble because these intestines were ready to eat, they were ready to absorb, they were ready to get some food from what was eaten, but then they don't get it. So therefore, the trouble begins. Here, acid would have been produced excess. The intestines are now eating themselves because the food did not get down here. So now, the food what we eat needs to travel through all these places and then exit through the anus. So that is the challenge in order to avoid these problems. Food should not disappear at this point. It should make its way down to the last stage. So we stop there and then we begin the next stage of how to make sure that the food goes all the way down without producing excess acid, bloating, or reflux.